Hi, welcome to CEED 2025 preparations. So, all of you who have purchased our online recorded classes, for them this particular video is very important because I am going to give you a little bit of introduction to what is the content and how you are going to use it. Okay, so this video is about how to go about with the content, how to make the maximum use of it. So let's get started. As we all know, CEED 2025. So all of you are preparing for next year's examination, the coming year. Please remember that this is about part B. Okay, part B is the creative part, is the drawing part, and I have divided the whole curriculum into two parts. Now, this is the most important thing: foundation program and advanced program. Please remember, foundation, the topics that are for foundation are for your skill development. Okay, so and topics which are there for advanced program, they are for developing your capability as a design student, the way you are thinking, the way your approach needs to be, and how you need to apply your ideas. Now this one, before you get started, this is something very important. For every information, you have to go on the official website of CEED. Now this is just a screenshot from CEED 2024. So around in October 2024 or November 2024, the CEED forms will be out. You need to check out the updated information brochure, which is available in soft format, and you have to register. So this particular process you will be doing in October or November. Please be aware about the notifications and all the information. And right now, if you want some information, you can always go on the portal and check out the current information brochure, which was released last year in 2023. Also, now, extremely important point when you are starting your preparation, please remember that the final CEED scores will be calculated by giving 25% weightage to the marks obtained in part A, okay, which is your aptitude. So aptitude has got 25% of weightage and part B has got 75% weightage. So whatever marks you are getting in part A, you need to be above the cutoff, because if you are not able to meet the cutoff marks in part A, then the part B won't be evaluated. Once you get a certain cutoff in part A, your part B will be evaluated, and the final qualification marks will be calculated in terms of 25% weightage is given to part A and 75% weightage is given to part B. That means part B is extremely important, and you cannot ignore this particular section. Now, list of material. So before you get started with part A, please remember these are the minimum requirements that you need to have. Do not work on rule sheets. A4 size bond sheets or register spiral binded A4 sheets are extremely important. Okay. Invest in shading pencils. Any particular brand which you are comfortable with is absolutely fine. I haven't recommended any brand, but you can go for Staedtler's, you can go for Apsara, Natraj, whichever you are comfortable with. So explore a little bit in the market. Invest in a good mechanical pencil. Okay, so go to the market again, buy 2-3 mechanical pencils, use them, explore them, and see which one you're comfortable with. No need to mention that you need to have the basic stationery like the eraser, sharpener, scale, buy a steel scale 12 inches as well, and also color. Now, please note that in lot of questions in CEED examination, they might not ask you whether you have to color it or not, but to be on the safe side and also to explore, you need to invest in a good brand of colors. It again can be Stedlers or Domes. I have spoken about it in my class video, so you will get to know in detail. But yes, coloring and rendering again is an important part of your curriculum. You never know when the curriculum is changed and when they introduce um, coloring and rendering related questions, because it has not been mentioned in their prospectus whether you have to use colors or you don't have to use colors. So as design students, we have to be well aware about using colors as well. Now, these are certain things that you have to do on the daily basis. So, daily sketching practice. Now, please remember again, I have taken this as a screenshot from the class PDFs, right? So, there are certain things which I always share with students in my live online classes as well. So, daily sketching practice. Maintain a design diary or a journal. Now, what is a design diary or a journal? So, see, you get a lot of inspiration. You keep getting a lot of ideas at some point of time in your day. Whenever a design aspiring student, if they are carrying a diary with them, a small diary or a journal, they can always write it down. Okay, or maybe you see some nice image or a nice composition or a painting, or there is some day-to-day activity happening in front of you, so clicking them and keeping them in your folder, in a particular folder in the phone, will help you in the long run. So, maintain a design diary or a journal, then identify your targets and goals. You need to know what you want to do later on. Which domain do you want to go into? Right? What is your target? How do you see yourself 5 years from now? Because if you identify those targets and goals, then it will help you, and it will also subconsciously guide you towards your preparation. You will know what you are looking for, whether you want to become a animator, so your approach will be according to that. If you want to become a product designer, your approach will again be as per a product designer. Then use proper stationery. I have already shown you that what stationery you have to carry. Then have a proper knowledge regarding the exam paper pattern. A lot of students, they are very confused about the paper patterns. So again and again, I say that you have to check out the brochure, you have to go through the website. Of course, we are here to help you out. We will be sharing with you the important dates, important timelines, important points which you need to remember. We will also be highlighting in case there is a change in the pattern of the examination. But you also need to know what was the past pattern, what how the pattern changed in past few years. Those things are important, because when you check out the PYQs, you will see there is a difference. So a lot of students, they get confused that in 2017 the number of questions or the type of questions were different, but if I compare it with the year 2020, or I compare it with the year 2023, they are completely different. Why is it so? So please remember that over the years there always have been changes in the patterns, right? Then being attentive during the live class, so you all will be taking up recorded lectures. So of course, this particular point won't be valid for you. Then write down your doubts. You can always share your doubts with us, get in touch with us, so that we can take those things up and we know what are the more important things that the student requires, so we can always update our course accordingly. Okay, interact and exchange ideas and concepts with your faculty during the session. Of course, this is about the live session and the live classes, but definitely all of you can join our WhatsApp groups. And in case any student who has purchased these course material, they can always shoot their messages on the WhatsApp group. If they have any doubt, they can also be on our Telegram channel as well, and you can always interact with the faculty on these particular groups, and you can ask your doubts and get them solved. So I was talking about the foundation program. When you go through this particular curriculum, you will find foundation, design foundation program, keeping in mind your CEED examination. So there are 20 different topics. These are not lectures, but these are topics. Now, some of these topics may have more than 2-3 videos in it. Okay, so the first 4 topics are related to your object drawing. I will be talking about the object drawing and how you need to go about it with during the class. We will be talking about the object drawing, and we will be talking about these particular topics in detail later on. Elements and principle of design, color theory, graphic design, scale proportion. Then we have these particular topics are related to perspective drawing, 1 point, 2 point, and 3 points. Then human anatomy, we have dedicated 3 topics to it, and the last one is memory drawing. So of course the content and the videos and the live sketching exercises, everything is shared in this particular curriculum. Again, these are some of the screenshots that I have taken up from the class PDFs. So you will be getting explanations, you will be seeing examples, you will be having class activities. Now these class activities are questions which you need to do it on your own. The examples and the explanation has been given in those particular recordings. And every topic, in the end, there are some questions as homework questions. Now, those homework questions are very important. Try to make it a habit that every week you take up one particular topic and you complete the homework questions of that particular topic, and you also complete the class activities of that particular topic. So if you divide your time accordingly, you will be able to complete your curriculum till say November 2024. In case you're starting right now, then you can complete it along with your other studies and everything. Okay. Now, next is the content for the advanced program. As I told you, that foundation program will be your skill development program. It will make you learn how to draw properly, how to express your drawings properly. And advanced program is about your thought process, about your approach to a particular question of a particular topic which you get in your examination. So we have abstract design and color rendering. Okay, so please remember that these are topics, and inside under these topics you have few videos, right, to support these topics. They have live drawing exercises also. We have object studies again in advanced program. We had it in foundation also, since it's an extremely important topic. So we also have it in advanced level. Advanced level doesn't talk about how you need to draw the object. It talks about what you need to see in a particular object and how it is relevant for you in terms of your CEED examination. Then we have visual thinking, visual communication, connecting dots, convergent thinking, creative writing and story writing, ergonomics, mascot and logo design, memory drawing, multiple solution and divergent thinking, and at the end we have problem identification and solving. Now, these are the topics that are designed keeping in mind the content and the questions that are asked in your CEED examination. So, it focuses on graphic design, animation, filmmaking, storyboarding, product design, interior, and other domains of your Masters in Design program. So, I hope you understood that what the content looks like and how to go about with it. Again, these are some screenshots from the advanced PDFs. So we do have a lot of explanation, We have a lot of sketches in terms of supporting certain questions, how to go about with designing certain products, and what is the way to present them during your exam. And again, at the end, we have these homework exercises. So every topic is ended with certain homework exercises, and as I told you earlier, you have to focus on completing these homework exercises every week. So, CEED 2024 question, solution and possibilities. So here I have given you a small introduction of, or maybe I can say it's a discussion about one of the questions that had come in 2024. So this particular question says that imagine the human head is a cube. Very open-ended question, okay? So somebody who's very imaginative, somebody who's very, inclined towards filmmaking, animation, storyboarding, graphic design, that person would really, would enjoy working or answering this particular question. Again, it's kind of open-ended question, right? So there is no hard and fast rule, and you can add to this particular question in your own particular style. So with this scenario, the scenario is that imagine the human head as a cube. Okay, illustrate the following interaction inside the given boxes. So there were small boxes given in the question answer booklet, and you had to draw within those boxes. So the first scenario was human and human, right? Then human and animal, human and environment, and human and object. Use only black pencil or pen. Draw only within the boundaries of the box. Write the titles below in the boxes in the space provided. So it says uniqueness, ability to create unusual images, diversity, variation between each created image, clarity, effective use of visual elements and titles, fun, ability to use your humor and surprise in the images and titles. So here what we have done, human and human interaction. So again, you have to show a story. So what I thought of, taking something from what is happening in our day-to-day life and show that particular interaction. So one of them is asking, we don't make friends anymore. And the other one is saying, we add them, talking about how the social media works, how the present day friendship works. If we stop talking to somebody, we just unfollow that person or remove that person from our friend list. So this is how the world is working. So that particular scenario has been shown over here. And the colors are also very, we have used a little bit of color over here, although it was not supposed to be used. We have just used it to make it look interesting, right? Because here we are not just thinking about, we are not answering a question, we are not giving a solution in terms of the examination, but we are, doing it in terms to have a discussion. So that again, the colors are very mundane, the colors are very muddy. Why? To show that despotic situation, right? It's a very, it's a situation that doesn't look very organic. So again, not very natural colors are there, and very mundane and dull colors have been used to translate the mundaneness of the life which people are having right now. So human and animal. So here an animal which is all suited booted says, quite the unique look you have got, box head. So he's calling him a box head. And he's saying, thanks, I'm just trying to blend in with the herd, right? So as we all know, animals, some of the animals, they move in herds and they always follow what the other members of the herd are doing, and they don't want to do something different. So that's a take on, again, a present day scenario where people are just following, they are having a herd mentality. If a majority is doing something, so we also need to do that because we need to fit in, we need to be part of a society. So that particular thought process is being shown over here. Human and object. So I picked up an object which is a helmet because there is some dichotomy in this particular situation. So amidst a sea of conformity, the box-headed human and the round helmet found harmony, providing that diversity and protection comes in all shapes and size. So it was a deliberate attempt to pick up a helmet, since the helmet would not really fit into this particular box-headed human. So again, it's kept little open-ended. This whole scene has been kept open-ended, and it shows that uh, this particular person is looking up to the object or the helmet which is there, and it talks about that you might find conformity, you might find um, some sort of usefulness in things that might not look useful in the first place. Like, of course, he cannot wear this, but maybe he wants to use it like a container. Who knows? Right? Maybe he wants to keep some important stuff in that. Maybe he's going to the market and he wants to carry some eggs, and he wants this very stable helmet in which he wants to keep his eggs and other stuff so that it doesn't get broken. So that might be going on in his particular mind. Again, human and environment. So a chaotic environment showing a lot happening over here. And of course, the laptop is here, which is our connectivity to the world. We cannot do without our gadgets. We cannot do without our laptops. And people are thinking, and there's so many things. There is information, there is friendship, there is entertainment. Everything is a click away. So amidst chaos, the box-headed girl stood tall, her structured mind a beacon of order in a whirlpool of disorder, providing that clarity can thrive in the midst of confusion. So this just talks about a situation of a person who has got everything, and at the same time, they might not know how to use the information, or they might not know how to juggle with so many things which are happening in their life in simultaneously. Okay, so these were few of our take on the exercises, on the questions that has been given in the past year. Our whole idea is that we make our students think more, have your own approach, have your own ideas, and work on one question again and again. So every time you work on it, you might come up with a new idea. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to read a lot, explore, because that is how you will develop your creativity. Developing your creativity and thought process is something different, and improving your drawing skills is another thing. So don't get confused, and you need both these qualities to answer your questions in the best possible manner in your examination. So thank you so much, and I will be seeing you in the further videos of this particular exercise and this particular program.